Yes, people, how are we doing? So today I'm gonna do a home chest workout because sometimes you can't make it to the gym, can you? Before we get started, there's a couple of things I wanna mention. Number one, I'm not saying that you can build a physique such as this masterpiece you see before you solely with home workouts. It is obviously better to go to the gym. However, doing something at home is infinitely better than doing nothing at all. So that's point one. Point two, I'm currently bulking, so I'm not particularly lean. I'm not gonna tense my abs throughout this whole video and try and appear lean because that's just gonna be an uphill struggle, and I feel like I'm fighting a losing battle there. So that's point two. Point three is, yes, this is sellotape. That's my commitment to the cause, mate. All right, let's do it. This is exercise one. You guessed it, press ups, right? Obviously, a home chest workout is gonna be predominantly press ups or press up variations. So what I'm gonna do is start with the basics, and then we're gonna move forward, show you some good variations, and then also some exercises that aren't actually press ups. So let's do this. Okay, so when it comes to reps, we're inevitably going to have to end up going quite high rep, because if you wanna build, even / maintain muscle, the fact of the matter is, you're going to have to get close to failure. And since we're working with a finite weight, i.e. your body weight, then the only variable we can change is reps. So the range we're gonna be looking at really is getting within 5 reps from failure. Now, a lot of our sets, we're gonna take a little bit closer to failure, i.e. maybe 3, 2, 1 reps from failure, and then a few of them, we're gonna have to go to actual failure. 1,000. It's a deep burn. For this first exercise, I'd probably repeat 3 to 5 times. However, instead of doing these normal press ups just with the floor, I'm gonna make a slight modification. Books. So what I'm gonna do is just put these down and put my hands on them so that I can increase my range of motion, like so. Feeling a much better stretch. Going that deep. It's like ASMR. Okay, so I'd say I was about maybe 1 or 2 reps from failure there. So as you progress through your sets, let's say you do 4 sets, you wanna get closer to failure on each one. So I'd say for the first set, try and get within 5 reps from failure, and then your next 2 sets, 1 or 2 reps from failure, and then your final set, 2 actual failure.
For your rest periods between sets, I would aim for around a minute. With you going to failure on most sets, you will need sufficient time in between them to recuperate. You could shorten them a little bit if you wanted to, but if you are training for hypertrophy, you just want to be careful that you don't turn it into a circuit.
Shit, I forgot what I was on. What was I on? Fuck it, doesn't matter. Doesn't actually matter what you're on because you go into failure, so foot counting. Okay, let's do the next one. Oh, that just pumped. All right, so we're just gonna do a small modification to this. What you need is 1 times chair / platform / no, actually that covers it. So what I'm gonna do here is put my feet on this chair. I'm actually gonna keep the books so that I can still get that depth. Although people might call these a decline press, it's actually an incline press because if you flip it on its head, same as lying on an incline bench. So again, I'm gonna do 4 sets of these. I'm gonna take the first set to within 4 or 5 reps from failure, and then the next 2 sets to within 1 to 3 from failure, and then the final set to failure. Okay, for my final set of these, I'm gonna actually add some weight. The way I'm gonna do that is like so. I'm gonna grab this Rise backpack, link in description, as well as these Rise shorts. And then I'm gonna fill it with some weight. I'm gonna fill it with some weight. Oh look, I've got all this bulk powders protein that I can use. And then you're getting big off it 2 ways, because you can use it for the weight and then you can drink it immediately after. You can drink it halfway through your set if you want. It basically counts as a drop set. I've also got rice because I need more weight. I'm not sponsored by long grain, easy cook white rice. Although, get at me. So what we do is we stuff the bag like so. We've got the vegan protein in there going first. Salted caramel whey, chopped coconut whey. Just got some rice, just ignore the rice. Onto the back like so, oh chap. Tighten that shit up because you don't want it going everywhere. So one final technique I want to talk about before we move on from this exercise. You could essentially do it on any exercise, but I just want to demonstrate it here, is pause rest sets. So I was talking before about staying in that zone close to failure. So one way you can do that is when you get really close to failure, you can stop in your locked out position, hang there for 10 seconds, maybe 15 max, and then go back down, do a few reps and stop again when you get close to failure and repeat the process. So basically, here's your reps, here's your failure zone, and you're just teetering in this zone, mate, playing that, what was that app that went nuts that time, where you're like, Flappy Bird or some mad shit like that. That's definitely not it, but you know what I mean? You're hovering in the fucking zone, mate, the Goldilocks zone of gains. So we're gonna do one of those now, show you. The advantage of these is that, you know, you can be in that failure zone without having to have too much weight. Shall I put the weight back on for it? I will, fuck it. I can get big or not, whatever it takes, god damn it. Oh, this backpack's so comfy, everyone should buy one through the link in the description. Okay. So, just hit it for a bit. Be a little while before I get close. Okay, I'm getting close to failure. I got 1 or 2 reps left in me, so I'm gonna just stop it there. Hold for a sec. Basically do an ab workout because I'm doing a plank. Oh shit. Hold it a bit longer. And again. That's how we do pause rest sets at home with books. Okay, so as you can see, we've now got 2 chairs. We're gonna do some dips to try and hit some kind of decline movement. Let's start off with beginner version, just wider than shoulder width. Fuck those books off. And then just come right down. Heavy tricep emphasis, but you're still involving your chest quite a lot. Now, I could probably do these until about next Wednesday. So I'm gonna make it a little bit harder for myself. So I'm just gonna put my feet a little bit elevated and then lifting them up like that shifts more of the load towards my actual torso and into the actual movement. So I'm not just taking all my weight with my legs on the floor. You can get pretty deep on these. Alright people, I'm having an absolute nightmare with my microphone because I'm sweating and then it's falling off me. We're going to do another press up variation now. So these are called archer press ups and it's as close as you can get really to doing a unilateral push up. So obviously you could do those Rocky Balboa push ups like that. I think they're weird and awkward. I've never really found them to be very good. So I'm going to show you these. I'm going to get down in a normal press up position and then put my hands out fair bit wider. So then when I push, I'm actually gonna go over to one side. That's it. So although the other side's taking a bit of weight, it's really one side working at a time. If you have one side weaker than the other, you'll notice pretty fast. All right, people, so next up we're going absolute pro game. This is a difficult exercise, and what you need is a pair of socks. Now, these aren't normal socks, obviously these are ski socks, but you don't need ski socks, you just need any slippy-ish pair of socks. So, I'm gonna give you a couple of variations because this is not easy. What I'm gonna do is essentially mimic a fly. So, I'm gonna start with my hands together, and if you just wanna do the negative portion of the rep, just let your hands go out, slide them out, and just control them. If you think you can do the positive portion, you're gonna fly it again. Now, that is very difficult, so I don't know how many reps we're gonna do, but we're gonna try. Obviously, don't go too far out, because if you go like this, you can't get up. Wow, that's a difficult one. Be easier with something a bit more slippy, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Warm them. Okay, final exercise. I'm gonna finish off with a quick little superset. I'm gonna do some incline, which are actually decline, close grip press ups on this chair. I'm gonna superset them with, I don't know what these are called. I'm just gonna show you and explain as I do it. So, I'm gonna smash out a few of these first. Keep my elbows nice and narrow. These decline, if you do them at the start of your workout, it's gonna be too easy. So save until the end. Okay, I'm gonna come off those. I'm just gonna stand and clasp my hands together. I'm gonna push as hard as I can. So I'm essentially going straight to failure and just using the resistance from each arm for the other one. And then once I'm pushing as hard as I can, I'm just gonna edge each way. So I'm letting each one get a partial rep. Now this is like, you get out what you put in, because I can just go like this. But if you actually give yourself some resistance, that's a home chest workout. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something useful out of it. If you want to see other home workouts like my shit, let me know which ones you want in the comments. We can do it all, man. Chest is actually a bit, so. We're on solid caramel with almond milk.
Jordy Lenny is my hero.